Team Bud Crawford, Bernie the Boxer, he at it again, y'all. But before we get into this next video, make sure that y'all hit my like button and sub to the channel if you're not already a sub to the channel. What's up with it, y'all? Don't forget to hit the like button and sub to the channel if you're not already a sub to the channel. So yeah, I'm watching Bernie the Boxer. Bernie the Boxer, Team Bud Crawford, you know, he's Terence Bud Crawford's close homeboy he grew up with, and he's one of his assistant trainers. Now, we all know that Bernie, he always have a lot of negative things to say when it comes to Errol Spence, Mr. Man Down the Truth, right? He always got a lot of things negative to say when it comes to Errol Spence. So he did a live, and this time it was a little different, y'all. It was a little different, and let me tell y'all, man, so I'm watching the live, and you know, Errol Spence comes up, of course, because he always talking about Errol Spence in his lives, and he says, you know, hey man, Errol Spence is looking tremendous. The man is looking sharp. And this was after Errol Spence did his public workout, right? His media workout. So he like, man, the Errol Spence is looking sharp. He looking tremendous. I ain't gonna lie. The man is in super sharp shape and he looking good, man. And he was like, man, don't y'all fall for that story that they always trying to tell y'all that he not the same and all this. He said, I don't believe it this time. Did you miss me? Huh? Did you miss me? I had to throw that in there for y'all. Yeah, did you miss me? Oh, looking ass. But he was like, you know, don't fall for that story. They always trying to tell y'all, you know, this time he looking tremendous. So I'm listening, and at this point, I'm in shock. I'm like, damn, Bernie giving Errol Spence his props? He ain't talking bad about the man? This is crazy. I'm shocked, y'all, because we know Bernie the one always, oh man, he's a bitch. He's a pussy. The man scared. He don't want to fight. He don't want to fight. He's scared of Bud. He don't want it. He don't want it, y'all. Did you miss me? And y'all don't get me wrong. You know what I'm saying? He got a good channel. He know boxing. He know his boxing. And he entertaining. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna hate on the man's show or nothing. You feel me? I ain't one of them type of niggas. I'ma give props where props do. He know his shit. You know what I'm talking about? But when it comes to Errol Spence, he be on a whole different time. When it come to Errol Spence, he just be on some jealous, bitter shit. I don't know what he has against Errol Spence and why he be so bitter, but that's just what it be. So this time, I'm shocked and I'm surprised that he actually giving this man his props. And he ain't talking bad about the man. And then he go on to say, yeah, man, Errol Spence is looking so good. And I talked to Bud, and Bud told me he want to beat him 10 times better now. Yeah. I talked to Bud, and Bud told me he want to beat his ass. So he said that he talked to Bud, and Bud was telling him that, hey, man, now that he looking good, he looking in tip-top condition, it make me even hungrier to go and whoop Errol Spence. This is what Bernie is saying that Bud is saying, right? I'm like, man, okay. I'm like, okay. Bud got some real dog in him. He want that competition. He want the best competition. So I'm like, okay, you know what I'm saying? I'm feeling this. I'm feeling it at this time, right? And at this point, I'm listening and I'm saying to myself, it ain't no way that this man gonna go through a whole live stream and he ain't gonna say no off the wall shit about Errol Spence. It ain't no way he ain't gonna get personal and say something about Errol Spence. I'm in shock. I said, man, what's going on with Bernie? Ever since Bud Crawford is headed over to the PBC, Bernie's whole energy didn't change. I know this ain't Bernie the Boxer. All the shit that he done talked and said about Errol Spence, I know this ain't Bernie the Boxer. And then, y'all, I said to myself, I'm just waiting for it. And then, bam, I knew he couldn't go a whole live stream without doing it, y'all. Here it come. I'ma play y'all the live audio footage and let y'all hear exactly what the man had to say, and then we gonna cook on it.
Errol Spence was nice. Well, like I say, he I ain't gonna lie, boy. I ain't gonna listen. They ain't testing. I heard they ain't testing for the fight. Ain't no VADA testing for the fight, and WBC supposed to be doing that. But the man looks so good. I don't know. Lance Meyer, you know what it is. I say, did you miss me? And I wouldn't rule that out. And I wouldn't rule out the special diet he on too to make that weight to help him assist him in stopping Ugas. And I wouldn't rule out the special diet he on too to make that weight to help him assist him in stopping Ugas.
And I wouldn't rule out the special diet he on too to make that weight to help him assist him in stopping Ugas.
So we knew it was coming, y'all. You know what I'm talking about? I knew he was gonna say some ignorant shit. And the first time this fake news came out was from Victor Conte. He tried to come out and say that it wasn't no drug testing in Errol Spence and Ugas. But Errol Spence immediately got on Victor Conte's helmet. And Victor Conte, first of all, I mean, that dude is the king of PED'S. And he the last clown that should say anything about anybody in PED use, because Victor Conte was the main one that was giving all the football players, all the baseball players, steroids and all type of PEDs. And then when they got caught and the news broke, he was the first one to snitch on all of them. But Errol Spence, he quickly came out and debunked that whole lie and let everybody know, hey man, I've been enrolled in VADA since 2017 and I've been getting drug tested since then. So that's a lie. You know what I'm talking about? But when you hear things like that, cats like Bernie and Bomac, you know, cause you know Bomac, he's sitting his ass up there with Bernie. You know, he loved that type of shit too. And you know Bomac he on that stuff. He can't beat Bud. He need to be on that stuff, and he still could beat Bud if he on that stuff. You know that boy juicing. I can hear motherfucking Bomac ass right now sitting up there with Bernie, and they going back and forth. You know what I'm talking about? Now, don't get me wrong. I don't know if Terence Crawford on the same type of time as them, but hey, he said he just had talked to Terence Crawford, so I wouldn't doubt it. But I ain't gonna put that on Crawford, you know what I'm saying? But I wouldn't doubt it. You dig? Them dudes, Bomac and Bernie, they just on some whole nother shit. Like they just act like little children and shit. You know what I'm talking about? But we all know that you can't come out and accuse Errol Spence of juicing. Errol Spence has been enrolled in VADA, like he said, since 2017. Errol Spence ain't never failed no drug test, ain't never skipped no drug test, none of that. You know what I'm talking about? So it's just ignorant to try to smear that man's name and try to just keep putting dirt on that man's name like that. That shit ain't right. And you know what I'm saying? Really, it's some hoe ass shit to be doing. And especially when you got to look at the fact that Errol Spence ain't never said nothing bad about them. He ain't never said nothing about them people. You know what I'm talking about? So think about this, y'all. When they do announce this fight, Errol Spence and Terence Crawford, because it is going to happen, the build-up is going to be real ugly. It's going to be some shit that go down because Errol Spence and his team, they hear all of the shit that Bernie and Bomac and all the rest of them dudes be saying, right? And it's going to get real ugly. And it's going to get even more ugly when Errol Spence get in the ring with Terence Crawford because it's going to be a man down. He take all of this shit, right? He listens to everything that's being said and he uses it as motivation and he don't forget nothing. And he gonna use it against Terence Crawford whenever they get in the ring. You know what I'm talking about? Man down, that nigga with the shag. And y'all let me know what y'all think about all this. Hit my like button, sub to the channel, and y'all already know how I do. There you go talking that boxing again, and I'm gone.